Hey everybody, welcome back to Midnight Lifting Club. Today I'm going to run you through what is my leg workout portion of full body. So I've actually gotten a lot of questions about my routine, and I'm going to walk you through the full workout with all the exercises, weight, reps, etc. All right guys, let's get into it. All right, getting into the workout. Today I weighed in at 212, down from my last week's total. For the first exercise, I hit some RDLs, 3x6 at 230 pounds. Moved up from weight last week from doing 3x8 at 225, up the weight on the bar. Now I like to stick in the lower rep range for these. I find that anything above 10 to 12 reps really burns me out for the rest of my exercise, for the full day. So I like to stick in the low weight, kind of focusing a little bit more on strength, but not going too low and too heavy, anything in the 3 to 5 or 1 to 5 rep range. This is what you're seeing now is actually my last set on these. Don't like to go to failure or anything like that. I just try to hit a solid 6 reps. I try to keep at least 1 to 2 reps in reserve, so that way I can progress week by week, and I feel like that's been working well so far. I have been working on my form on these. Some of it can appear like I'm not quite hinging at the hips as far down as I am, but that's just kind of how my hip mobility is at the moment. But been working on that, getting deeper, and I don't like to go to the full, all the way touch the floor. I like to keep that tension on the muscle. Next up, I like to hit back right after deadlifts because I'm a masochist, and hit some hammer strength low rows. I feel this is an excellent machine. The only thing I wish is that it was actually a little bit deeper on that stretch at the very bottom portion. On these, I like to hit these pretty hard. I'm doing about 80 pounds, sets of 8. And I hit between 8 to 12 reps, move up in weight whenever I can hit 12 reps. And just trying to add 2.5 pounds every progression to each side. Going well on these. Really feel it in my low back. I'll sit there and really think about that cue about pulling through your elbows. And one thing that really helps with that is VersaGrips, especially. Really working on that mind-muscle connection. Now, this is the last set of these, and I like to do these unilaterally to really feel that stretch and hard contraction, and really feeling my lat fibers engage, crunching down just a hair to engage them just a little bit more, pulling as far back as I can. Sometimes on these, I like to throw in some lengthened partials, depending how I'm feeling, but usually I'm able to hit my rep goal on these pretty well. But like I said, I only do these unilaterally on the last set. The previous 2 sets, I do both hands at the same time. And again, to really feel that mind muscle connection, VersaGrips helps. I superset them, take a short, 5-10 second rest break in between, strap in, wrap in tight, get my form down, get that stretch right, and then just keep going into the next set, with that left side, trying to go as heavy and hard as I can. I will say these hammer strength machines are excellent. If you can find a gym that has them, they are worth their weight in gold to me. I feel these a lot better than barbell rows, easy bar rows, bent over rows. It really allows me to focus on that connection, and really the pump and soreness on them is next level. Whenever you can find ones that are in good condition, really great overall. Then up next, we have leg extensions for 3 sets of 12 with 120 pounds. So these I've been working on moving up. Now, one thing I like to do is put my legs a little closer at the start and kind of almost have my ankles turned in at the very bottom of the movement, and then let my ankles and legs roll and flare out at the top. I can't give any particular biomechanical reason for this. That just feels a little bit better on my legs personally, and sometimes makes me use less calves. Sometimes you can get that really hard contraction in your calves from it, But these I usually like to superset with leg curls just to save a little bit of time. So on these, I'm doing leg curls, 3 sets of 12, 120 pounds. I have tried the leaning forward variation that I'm sure you've seen Dr. Mike or Jeff Nippard recommend. Personally, I find that I'm not able to use as much power on those and really contract hard. And I miss that kind of bottom range of motion. And so I like to stick to the full range of motion if I can. And on these, I will say one thing that does help me personally is to really standardize the range of motion. Let yourself come all the way up to the top, hit the end range of the motion of the machine if you can, come all the way down, hit that bottom, and then really milk that eccentric on the way up as long as you can. And on these and leg extensions, I like to often go to failure. So I'll do as many reps as I can, and you'll see here on this next set of leg extensions that I actually go to failure and then do length and partials from there, getting as many reps as I can. I've found that my legs are overall a weak point, and so I've been working on bringing them up as best as I can. Incorporating those length and partials seems to have really helped. I've seen a lot of leg development from that, leg mass. And, for me, if you've been following my journey, I have been up to 280 pounds in January of last year and cut down. A lot of that fat was held in my legs. And so I feel like there's just kind of a lot of extra room for muscle to, grow and fill in there. And so I found that, trying to hit legs as hard as I can. I think with legs, I get around 15 sets a week total, between 12 to 15, depending on recovery. But how I structure my workouts lets me hit that much and feel recovered generally. Now onto this, I'm a big fan of Alex Leonidas and the AD press overall. I really feel this fantastically in my shoulders. I like to keep a little bit of arch my back, keep my butt back in the seat, help to minimize axial fatigue. Now you're in a pretty locked in position if you have a good bench and a good Smith machine. That being said, I do have a prior back injury that I've had to kind of watch, and same thing with my right shoulder. I had a rotator cuff injury several years ago, but I found that this, compared to standing overhead press, feels fantastic on my shoulders. Next, we've got these standing calf raises on a Nautilus machine. It's 3x15 for 40 kilograms. Now I messed up in my first log because I actually wrote 40 pounds instead of kilograms that the machine is listed in. It's the only machine in the entire gym that's listed in kilograms for some reason. But on these, I like to hit higher reps, really feel the burn. Your calves can do a lot of work. They work all day carrying you around, and they can really hit high volume with these. And in order to make them grow, you need to hit, anywhere from 8 to 12 sets, the same as any muscle group. Now on these, what you'll see me do is you might think it'd be freeze framed right here, but I actually sit at the bottom for 15 to 30 seconds, or as long as I can stand, with the weight from the machine still on me. I don't remember where I picked this up, but I'm going to have to give this credit to a lot of my calf volume and size over the last couple of years. Now up next is pec deck for the chest, 3x10 with 130 pounds. Now you may notice in this video, I hit 12 reps. That's fine. I'm listing it as 10 though, because on the last set, I only got 10, went to failure, did a few partials. So I follow the progressive dynamic double progression scheme where I hit 8, 8, 6. Okay, I'll record that as 6. Next time I'll try to get 8, 8, 8. Then I can move up to 10. And I find that works very well for keeping track of weights and reps, and works well for me personally. It's one of the easier rep schemes to follow. Now for these, I especially prefer these for arms, Bayesian cable curls. They're not very fatiguing. They're a hard movement. If you've never done them, you will get an insane pump. I try to do these in higher reps, 8 to 12, but on this, I just moved up weight, managed to get, close to 6, wasn't quite able to get that 6th rep. And so I'll hit failure, do some length and partials just for a little bit of extra growth, stimulus on those. Up next is the overhead V-bar tricep extension, 3x10 with 90 pounds. Now I have done the leaning over version of these that Jeffrey Verity Schofield helped to kind of proliferate, and it does feel good. But the way the cable machines are set up, I have to really strenuously swing myself out in order to get the weight out. So I switched to these standing overhead versions with that kind of supinated grip, and I feel it really well in my triceps. I feel like it's definitely put some meat on my arms, and I can see the growth and measurements and in the mirror, most importantly. And just steadily progressing on weight on these still, so I'll keep them in. Last, I got glute bridge with 3x8, 75 pounds a side. And on these, I found that my glutes are actually lacking some. And so I've been working on bringing them up. You'll see on my other days, I've got some squats programmed in. I like the glute bridge. It's easy to progressively overload. This machine that my gym has is fantastic. All right, guys, that was my leg workout of the day. Feel free to hit me up with any comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to follow along with this journey. Now, as far as my general plan goes with this, I plan to cut down to the 200 pounds. Once I hit that goal, I'll take a short diet break, continue the cut down to 180. From there, really assess my physique, see where I need to go. If I need to cut further, stay the same. And then from here, either bulk or cut, and see where it goes.